She's here. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Garrett Hahn. As you can see from the title, we are going to be reviewing the new Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson collab, y'all. We got all the goodies here. You all already know the drill. We are going to be getting the tea, all the tea, and nothing but the tea today. So that being said, since this launch literally broke the internet, I'm assuming that it will be back for a relaunch, and when it does, you guys are going to know from me if this is worth your cointada or nada. Also, I do want to let you guys know that there is a giveaway happening in today's video, and I am going to be giving away one of the mini controversy palettes on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram. So 2 in total. I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to get your hands on one as well. I am going to be diving into the giveaway details at the very end of this video. If this is your first time seeing my face, hello and welcome. Thank you all so much for spending some time out of your day to hang out with me, talk about makeup, and review this new collection. If you all want to become a member of this little growing fam that we have over here on YouTube, I would love to have you guys. Feel free to click that subscribe button down below, and if you want to be notified every time I post a new video, if y'all want to be a part of that early squad, we love early queens over here, press the bell notification button to the right of the subscribe button, and that will let you guys know the tea on when I post. And with that being said, let's keep today's intro short, sweet, and to the point, because we got things to do. We have places. We don't have places to be because it's literally like 10 o'clock at night. But if you guys want to know what my thoughts are on the new Jeffree Star Cosmetics and Shane Dawson collaboration, then obviously keep on watching and let's get sickening. If you are familiar with my reviews, normally I like to talk about the products first and then kind of go into the application process later on. However, since there are so many products in this launch, I feel like it would be kind of a waste of time to talk about everything first and then apply them later on. So with today, baby, we are kind of gonna be going with the flow a little bit. So I'll be talking about the things as I'm going through like the steps in my personal makeup routine. So first and foremost, we gotta look at ourselves. And you guys, I'm so excited for this. This is the Pink Pig hand mirror. This comes in pink and black. I was most excited about the pink. So this mirror retails for $30 on his website. It's available in pink and black. So honestly, one of the main reasons why I'm so excited about this is because of the size. I feel like all hand mirrors are so small. Like, to give you guys a comparison, like this is the mirror that I normally use when I am getting ready, and there is a massive size difference. To be able to see my entire face, I have to hold it probably about this far away versus this mirror. I can see my whole face like right here. So the size is going to help so much when I'm getting ready. So because I'm out here trying to do the most for you guys, by the way, never apologize for doing the most because that is when the magic happens. We are going to be using both the Conspiracy palette and the Mini Controversy palette. Obviously, the main star of this collaboration was the Conspiracy palette. First and foremost, we are going to open her up, y'all. This packaging is so cute. I love black and white, and I love gold, so this was screaming my name when I got it. So when you get this unicorn, obviously you get Conspiracy right here. You get the iconic black and white background, and then on the back you get your ingredients list so you can see what ingredient is in what eyeshadow, and then you just get like everything else that you would typically get on the back of any kind of makeup unicorn. This is that, and then when you open her up, baby, oh my God. You guys, I have never seen a palette in packaging like this before. Like, this is absolutely beautiful. So to keep the palette closed, you have 2 chrome clasps right here. So when you open them up, you can obviously access the palette inside. So we all have opinions, and I'm just gonna say mine. If it were me designing this palette, I probably would have ordered the eyeshadows a little bit differently because they do seem a little bit chaotic in here. However, before I get hate comments, what I will say, when you cover each row, so when you look at the first row specifically, here are all your neutrals. Everyday looks, bam, right there, you got it. And then if you switch it down, if you're feeling feisty that day and you want to do a little pop of color in your neutral look, or if you just want to do a colorful look in general, you've got your second row right there. And then last but not least, it's the holiday season. Bam, you got your third row. Perfect for the holidays, perfect for New Year, perfect for Christmas, perfect for any holiday you're celebrating. Once you kind of dissect it even further and I looked at it beyond face value, it really made more sense to me, especially if you are a beginner. It's going to be so helpful to have the palette laid out how it is. Also, the Conspiracy palette retails for $52, and inside we get 18 matte, metallic, and foiled eyeshadows. So for the first row of swatches, we have Ranch, My Pills, Tanacon, Diet Root Beer, Just a Theory, and Spiraling. And then for the second row, we have Conspiracy, Pigment, Food Videos, Trisha, Cheese Dust, and Flaming Hot. And then for the last row, we have What's the Tea, Diet Cola, Not a Fact, Sleep Paralysis, Illuminati, and My Rides Here. Honestly, something that I really appreciate about this palette is that you can really see Shane's heart and soul, and you can really see what makes him him through the shade names. And it's also refreshing to see shadows that aren't named things like candy cane, sweets, peach, apple, banana, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like most of the time eyeshadows are so generic, and this is just very, very fun to see, and it's really refreshing, especially for a consumer, and especially as somebody who reviews and plays around with makeup all the time. It's fun to be able to see shade names like this. I am going to be going in with the shade My Pills on my Morphe M166 brush. Use code Garrett for 10% off if you guys want to save a little extra coin. Dip in, and oh, she's a little bit dusty. Packing her on the lid, and this is just gonna help kind of brighten up everything. I'm also going to take this up to the brow bone just to kind of highlight that a little bit more. Next, I'm gonna be dipping into the shade Ranch on my Morphe M562 brush. I'm just going to highlight my brow bone. I love doing this in every single look that I do because I feel like having that extra bit of shimmer on your brow bone just really helps kind of tie a look to the, oh my God, this is stunning. This would be a gorgeous highlighter. Please hold. I am hoping that I don't regret this, but I'm gonna be using the shade Ranch to highlight, and baby, we are just going to glow. Oh yeah, oh she is that bitch. Honestly, a little life hack though, I use eyeshadows as highlighters all the time, and this is absolutely gorgeous. I am going to be using my Morphe M433 brush, and we are going to be dipping into the shade Tanacon right here, and then we are just gonna start defining the crease. And you guys, oh, this shadow is gorgeous as a transition. It's very, very buildable, and it's so incredibly easy to blend. That is honestly nothing shocking to me because I have used eyeshadows from Jeffree Star Cosmetics before. If you are starting to get into like the eyeshadow world and stuff, and you're looking for a palette, or you're just looking for shadows in general that are really easy to use, I highly recommend Jeffree Star Cosmetics because they have always been really, really easy for me to work with. They're buildable, they're pigmented, they are just really beautiful in general. If I didn't blow this out so much, honestly, this would be perfect for just like an everyday type of vibe. Throw in some mascara, a lash, a little bit of liner, and like I would be good to go. However, we're gonna be a little bit extra today. So now taking my Morphe M506 brush, you guys, if you do not have this in your brush collection, you are not eyeshadowing. I literally could use this brush for an entire look and I would not even be mad about it. Dipping into Diet Root Beer, which is this beautiful brown right here. You guys, all of these shadows seem to have like hella fallout. We are going to be focusing it more on the outer corner of our eye and then bringing it up towards the middle of our crease. And then once we have that definition, what I'm gonna do is taking the remainder product on the brush, I'm gonna start working that towards the inner corner. I'm gonna be going back in with a clean Morphe M166 brush, just any packing brush will do. Dipping into the Diet Root Beer shade. I'm going to start packing this towards the outer corner of my eye. And then once we kind of have that down, I'm gonna be going in with the darkest shade in the first row, which is Spiraling up here on that same brush. And then oh, she has hella fallout too, oh my God. Just getting everywhere. I'm gonna start placing that more on the outer portion of our lid. So I went ahead and I grabbed another M506 brush, and we are going to be using this for the black in the palette, which is the shade My Rides Here. So we are going to lightly dip into this shade. So go in with a very, very, very light hand and start to deepen up the socket just a little bit more. So I went ahead and I cut my crease off camera, but we are back. We are going to fill everything in. I am using a packing brush. This is the Morphe M124 brush. Honestly, any packing brush will do. But the first shade that I'm going in with is Ranch, and I'm super excited to see how this looks. Oh, she's so pretty. Y'all, I am telling you, Miss Jeffree Star knows how to make her shadows and make them. Oh my God, this is absolutely stunning. So next I'm going to be going in with the shade Just a Theory on that same brush, packing that on the middle of my lid, and then start going over ranch just a little bit to blend everything. I'm gonna be taking my finger and we are going in with the shade Spiraling, and I am going to start dabbing this on my lid to start blending all those colors together. And since this shadow is really pigmented, go in with a super light hand. Tapping is going to be the easiest way to kind of get that color down on there. So if neutral tones are your cup of tea, you can stop here, just finish up your waterline and you are good to go. But we are on Garrett's channel today, and you guys, I was so inspired by the color Food videos. My eyes like immediately got drawn to that, and I was like, I have to create a winged liner with this shade like ASAP. I'm gonna outline the wing on my lid, and then I'm gonna be packing this shadow on top of it to really make it pop. I am so excited for this part. So let's do it. On the Morphe M250-0 brush, picking up that pigment. So I actually changed my mind. I am using the Morphe M326 brush. This is just like a smaller packing brush, and we are going to be using this to pack on this shadow. It's making life a hell of a lot easier rather than like constantly going back in with this small brush. So I am using this, and we are just going to continue to pack on this shadow. So to wrap up the lid, I am going to be taking the shade Trisha, which is this gorgeous hot pink shade, pack that onto the inner corner of our eye. I really wanted to have just these fun pops of color throughout this look. So we are going to gently start to pack that onto the inner corner. I am going to hop off camera real fast, curl my lashes, do some mascara, put on a lash because I feel naked without my lashes. Period. I feel like I look like a gremlin without my lashes. So we're gonna do that, and then when we are back, I'm gonna dive into the mini controversy palettes, and we are going to finish up this look and continue on the waterline. I'm so obsessed with this packaging. It's almost like this little holographic moment when you shift it in the light. So here we have a 9-pan eyeshadow palette. So this is going to be a completely different vibe than the Controversy palette. This is going to be a little more on the cool tone side. So if you guys like your cool tone shadows, you are definitely going to love this. Also, I wanted to include all the swatches from this palette. So in order, we have Flat Earth, Cry on My Couch, My Boyfriend's Purse, Controversy, Diet Root Beer, My Apology, Exposed, Canceled, and The Simulation. So when I was swatching this, the only shadow that I really had an issue with was Controversy. I don't know if you guys could see in the swatch on my arm, but it was a little bit more on the patchier side. It just felt more rough on my finger, and that is something that I'm not used to with Jeffree Star Cosmetics eyeshadows. We're definitely gonna play around with this shade, especially after I kind of had a little bit of an issue swatching. I was like, I definitely need to try that out. So the first thing that we are going to do is I am going to be taking my JS5 brush from the Morphe and Jeffree Star brush collection, and we are going to be diving into the shade Flat Earth, which is this gorgeous pale, almost like blue shade, and we are just going to be blowing that out on the lower lash line. I am going to be going in with the shade Exposed, which is the lightest purple shade in this palette. Blend it right up against Trisha and then marry that into Flat Earth. So once we have everything blended together, I'm going to be going in with my Morphe M506 brush. You guys, I told you I live, breathe, and die for this brush. It is so good. We are going to be going into the shade Canceled, which is the matte blue in this palette. And then using the shadow, I'm going to start blending this right next to the lash line. You guys, this blue is so pretty. Oh my god, I don't feel like I've used a blue like this in a really long time. That's like easy to blend, pigmented, and it just like, it blends out so well. That is absolutely gorgeous. I feel like this is, oh, I love how this look is coming together. Okay, so using that same brush, we're going to be dipping into Controversy, which is that purple. So this one probably has the least amount of kickback. It still has a little bit, but it doesn't have as much as the other shades that I have been using from the Mini Controversy palette. We are going to lightly blend that into Trisha and then right into Canceled. I know I had issues swatching this, but actually like blending it onto the eye, like I am having no problems with it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's really pigmented and it's super easy to blend. So now we have that, and I feel like that's pretty much all I want to do to the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead, hop off camera real fast, do the other eye, finish up the gigs, and then when we are back, oh my god, I'm so excited to dive into the lips. We are back with some lined lips because Lord knows I cannot apply liquid lipstick without liner to save my life. So this is the packaging, and this is what the front looks like. You guys, this cute little pig. I die. This design is so freaking cute. It mirrors the mirror. Obviously, this is the front, and then on the back, we have all of the Velour liquid lipsticks that are inside of this case with the ingredients, all that good stuff, information about the brand, the collab. And then when you open her up, this is what she looks like. I love the Velour liquid lip formula from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. It is one of my all-time favorites. It's very comfortable. It lasts so freaking long. The shades are pigmented, like literally hands down, it's one of my favorite formulas on the market. So I'm really, really excited to try these out. I honestly am not a huge fan of like the metallic liquid lipsticks in general. It's not just his brand, it's just overall, I'm not a huge fan of them. I think for today's look, we are going to be using the shade Oh My God, which is this gorgeous pale pink color. This bundle retails for $90. It includes 6 of the Velour liquid lipsticks, and if you guys wanted to buy them as singles, one of these is going to be $18. I am going to go ahead and flash some swatches on the screen, that way you guys can see what these look like swatched on my arm. So in order, we have Shane, Are You Filming, Ryland, I Gotta Go, Jeffree, What the F, and Oh My God. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this and report back. I'm trying to decide if I'm living for this or if I'm just kind of very like neutral with it. No tea. I personally don't like this shade. I felt like it applied very, very streaky. It was hard to kind of get like one solid layer down on my lips, and I also feel like it is just a little bit too light. I don't know if I personally would feel comfortable pulling this off like on a day-to-day basis. So this is kind of what it looks like once the lip color has been finessed with a lip liner. I feel like how it is now, I would feel more comfortable kind of like wearing this out. However, just as is, I'm not a huge fan of, just because it's a little bit streaky. It's not the kind of color that I normally gravitate towards. There is one more lip product that I am so excited about, you guys. I've never tried the gloss formula from Jeffree Star Cosmetics before, but here we have the gloss. So when he said that he was coming out just like a straight up clear gloss, you guys, I was so excited because clear gloss in general is just one of my absolute favorites. So I'm really, really excited to try this out. So here we have the gloss, and this is in the shade Shane Glossin, which I live for a good pun. So this I am here for. So this gloss retails for $18. So because I don't want to stain the gloss on the inside, what I'm gonna do is I am going to swatch a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I am going to be taking a lip brush and just applying it with that. I am guilty on so many charges of turning clear lip gloss into a different color because I just go straight over top. I know I shouldn't do that. So this one specifically, I'm trying to keep clear. I'm gonna be taking my lip brush. We are going to be picking up a little bit of the gloss, and we are going to be applying her, and oh, that feels so good on the lips. I know it's just a clear gloss, and I know there are so many clear glosses on the market that are so much cheaper than this, but I genuinely feel like this is just like gliding on like butter. It's so weird because it's almost like it's encapsulating the liquid lipstick underneath, and it's just making everything look so incredibly beautiful. Yeah, you cannot tell me that my lips do not look juicy. I literally am obsessed with how this look turned out. I think that little pops of color with the neutral eye, I mean like, but you guys, I had such an easy, breezy, beautiful CoverGirl. I'm not even bullshitting you. I had such an incredible experience with all of these products. There were a few things that I wasn't a huge fan of, especially that Velour liquid lipstick. I think that that one was just a little bit streaky in my opinion. I wasn't like a huge fan of all of the shades in that bundle. But again, those aren't the shades I typically grab for on a day-to-day basis. Those for me are more of like a special occasion type of lip, like especially like the metallics. And then obviously like I do love a good red lipstick, but it's very rare that I do wear them. I am more of a neutral, nude, Nancy kind of girl when it comes to my lip. I had a wonderful time using the Conspiracy palette. I am definitely going to be doing more looks with this palette because I do kind of want to play around with more shades and more shadows. So if you guys want to see more looks from me using this palette. I'm definitely going to be putting those on my Instagram, so make sure you're following me over there. As far as the mini controversy palette goes, I like this palette. I think it's beautiful. However, it's not something that I feel like I would go out of my way to purchase, only because I do have other palettes with shades very similar to this. I don't know, I just wasn't as excited about this as I was with the other products. And the last thing that I tried today was the gloss, you guys. I am obsessed with this. I'm definitely gonna be using this like on a day-to-day basis. I feel like this formula is absolutely beautiful. If you guys are looking for a beautiful, clear gloss that doesn't stick and has like extreme shine, I would 100% recommend this to you. Oh my God, and the little big mirror. This, honestly, I am such a geek when it comes to stuff like this, but I feel like this was probably my favorite thing in the entire collection. But that is just me as a person. Like, you guys know how much I love makeup, but I love fun and cute things like so much. So this I am really, really excited to be using, and just kind of like using this on a day-to-day basis. The mirror is absolutely beautiful. It's a really high quality mirror in my opinion. It's big. You don't have to like use it from like, you know, arm's length away to like see your entire face. Like you can get up there, get close. My absolute favorite in this entire collection, I would probably have to say, would be the Conspiracy palette. I feel like this is going to be a stunning palette for those of you who just want that neutral toned look. And then if you're like going out later that night, you're gonna meet up with friends, or you're just gonna have like a dinner or whatever, and you wanna spice up your eyeshadow a little bit more, you could definitely do something like I shared with you today. And, you know, you get these beautiful shades right here to allow you to kind of step outside of your comfort zone and to experiment and play around with color a little bit more. I feel like if you guys went out and you spent your money on this and you bought this palette, I really truly do not think that you're going to be disappointed. You know, you're getting amazing packaging. It's going to last for a very, 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 very long time. And you're gonna get shadows that you can literally use every single day. And that is what you want to get as a consumer of makeup. You wanna get things that you grab for every single day. You wanna get things that are going to be used. You don't wanna buy an eyeshadow palette that's just going to sit there and literally rot away and you're just never going to touch it. That is kind of my thoughts on the entire collection, you guys. Obviously at the end of the day, it's your money, you're gonna spend it how you want to, but in my personal opinion, I feel like you would absolutely love these products. So real fast before I go, I wanted to remind you guys that in today's video, I am giving away 2 of the mini controversy palettes. One is going to be over here on YouTube, and then there's going to be a separate giveaway on Instagram. So 2 people are going to win in total. All you have to do to enter this giveaway is down in the comments below. Tell me what product you are most excited to try out, and then also leave your Instagram handle. That way I know how to contact you. And then obviously make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and like this video, and that is all you have to do to enter. Also make sure you check the description box below, because I am going to be adding in the entry dates and the deadline dates. That way you know when you can and cannot enter. Anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had so much fun playing around with this collaboration, you guys. It's been a second since I've been like genuinely hyped about new makeup coming out, and I was really, really excited to kind of like feed that, because it has been hungry girl. She hasn't been fed for a very long time. If you guys want to be a part of this little growing fam that we have over here on YouTube, I would love to have you guys. Feel free to click that subscribe button down below. And if you want to follow me around on my other social media, my username on Twitter and Instagram is @OMGIt'sGare. I'm gonna be getting on TikTok soon, but I got nothing for you yet, so I will let you guys know when that happens. But I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and I will be seeing all of you in my next video. Bye guys!